let's talk about CELPIP speaking part 3 today. So in this video I will be talking about how you have to look into that scene or particular this topic, then how to select the main and important points that need to be covered in your response, and at the same time I'll be covering the templates or the prepared sentences that will help you to structure your response nicely and effectively. Okay, so the first I'm going to talk about speaking part 3, that is describing a scene, and you will be having 30 seconds to prepare and 60 seconds to speak. So the very first thing you need to keep in mind is whenever you have the task started, so at the same time there is no need to read the question statement. Why? Because every time the question statement remains same in CELPIP speaking part 3, so entire 30 seconds you have to spend on looking at the picture. And when you are looking at the pictures, what are the things that you have to keep in mind, or in which direction or how you need to understand the picture would also be discussed in today's video. So before that, I would request you to subscribe the channel if you have not subscribed. So subscribe our channel now, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you'll get the notification of all the latest videos. Okay, and now if I talk about like which type of picture you will be having in your real exam, now have a look towards this picture. Okay, so if I talk about this picture, you will say that this is an animated picture and this is a scene of a library. Okay, so this is a scene of a library, and how many people are there in the library? If you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, quickly count 6 children plus 1 librarian. Okay, so this is not a good idea that you have to calculate each and every person. Just an approximate idea is enough, and you would say that there are around 6 to 7 people in the library, and that is a children's library. Now when you start looking, you have to look at the main features. So the main features are, there are 2 students in the right side of the picture. Right side of the scene would be your own right side, and left side of yours would be the left side of the picture. So you would say that the right side of the picture, in the front there are 2 students, a boy wearing specs who is reading a book, and next to him, next means that is a preposition that need to be used, next to him is a girl wearing pink dress reading a book, or might be you would say that she is absorbing in reading the book, and behind them there is a girl holding books. So this is how you need to explain. Whenever you are explaining, make sure you talk about the appearance of the person. Then in the middle of a picture there is a counter where library is written, and a librarian with short hair and wearing a maroon color jacket. Right, she is holding a book in her hand, and again there is a girl who is there, might be to return the book. So this is how you can explain. Then in the background you would say there are 3 windows, and through the window we could see it is a sunny day outside, and I can see white clouds, white fluffy clouds. In the left side of the picture there is a girl who is wearing a cap, red colored cap, and holding a green colored book in her hand. So this is how, when you analyze the picture. Okay, so I hope that you have analyzed the picture now. The picture is now clear to you, that how many people are there in the picture and what all they are doing. Another thing is, it is never mandatory to speak about everybody whosoever is there on the picture. If you think less number of people are there and it is easy for you to speak about everybody, you can. But if you think there are many people and you cannot speak about everybody, so I suggest you to choose a couple of or a few people whom is easy for you to speak. Okay, you can think, okay, the appearance of this person I can speak, so I'll be choosing to speak about that. Okay. Now another thing is, use present continuous tense. So whenever you have speaking part 3, speak in present continuous tense, means you need to use is plus ing or are plus ing of the verb. Ing form of the verb is used plus verb, first form of verb plus ing, like she is laughing. She is laughing, they are reading, they are walking, they are playing. Okay, so that ing must be used. Second thing is that is the most important, use prepositions of place. So in this particular topic you are required to use prepositions of place like in, on, onto, next to, behind, above and below. Then third is focus on the main points of the scene. Don't speak each and everything. So don't bother yourself, don't stress yourself for speaking each and everything. Okay, now I'll come to the template so you can understand the template, how to use it very nicely. So we are going to start with, this is the scene of. So this is a scene of, you need to explain the scene. This is a scene of children's library. Okay, there are around 6 people in the picture. So might be 6 children in the people, 6 children in the picture, 5 to 6 people. So approximately also very well be used. Now why we are using around here? The very first, that is a preposition, and the second thing is we need not to count exact number. That is why we see around. Okay, first sentence over. Now then we'll talk about on the right side of the picture. So generally you can just make it a thumb rule, whatever the picture is, you start analyzing and you start speaking it from the right hand side. So on the right side of the picture there is a boy. Okay, so in that picture we had a boy. You can talk about a boy or whosoever is there in the scene. So there is a boy who is reading a book. So what the person is doing, that you have to speak here, who is reading a book, plus now you have to include either the dress color of that boy, hairstyle of the boy, any face expressions or any special features. Okay, now why it is mandatory to speak about any one of these? Why? Because the question state describing. So you are not giving a brief information or only the major features. Whatever the person you have chosen to speak about, just try to explain the appearance of that person. Appearance includes whether they are fat or slim, whether they are thin, whether they are tall or short, then about their facial expressions, about their hair color, about their dressing, what kind of dress they are wearing, what is the color of their dress, if they are holding something in their hand. So there are so many things that you can talk about a person, and you need not to speak about everything. Just select a few things and include, and always focus what is easy for you to speak instead of getting confused. Okay, then next to him or next to her. So the picture that we have taken, we would say next to him there is a girl who is reading book or who is busy in reading book. Okay, then what is she wearing and all? Obviously, as I have taken it here, I won't be taking it again and again, but make sure whenever you talk about a person, you speak something additionally about its appearance. Then I can just talk about on the left side of the scene. On the left side of the scene, there is a girl who is wearing the red colored hat, red colored cap. So she is wearing a cap, not a hat. Here there is a difference that you must keep in mind. Then again, what is she doing? We can explain here. In the middle of the picture or in the middle, there is a counter written library. There is a librarian with short hair. What is she doing? That can be explained here. Then in background I can see both of the side, left and right, there are counters where that books are stand. I can see through the window sunny day. Then finally, I hope I have provided a vivid description of the scene. And if you think in the picture there are so many things that is not easy for you to speak, so what would you say? There are other things also which are going on in the scene. So in the ending you would say there are other things also which are going on the scene. Other things means that indicate that you haven't spoken everything. A few things are left untouched. Okay, so this is how you can frame your answer. Now again you need to see how much you can speak in 60 seconds. So prepare it nicely, start a timer every time. You can take any of the pictures which are available on Google. You can simply Google, okay, animated library pictures, animated pictures of a marketplace, of a shopping mall, of a bank, anywhere, right? So playground, take a picture and start speaking, because practice, you will need a lot of practice so that you complete your task response in that. Okay, so first the scene of right side, what is there in the next to him or her, left side, middle. So there are left, middle, right, then behind, next we can talk about. Then we can talk about background. If we have something peculiar something specific in foreground, that would be included. Otherwise, when you see the timing is slipping out of your hand, means it is somewhere at the 50-second now. When you reach at the threshold of 50-second, means quickly go to the conclusion and finish it up over there. Okay, so I hope part 3 is clear to you, and now you can prepare nicely for your real exam. Okay, so all the best.